We need to talk about your fragrance. Is it not very long lasting? I know it's a delicate subject, but does it promise you the world? You spray it on and you think, wow, this is the one for me. And then it just flakes on you, just leaves you hanging. Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. I've been there. I've had fragrances. I still have fragrances that I love. I spray them on and I'm like, this is perfect. And then it betrays me.
I know it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart.
Leaves me smelling like nothing but shattered dreams and hollow memories. I don't know, something equally noir-esque and melodramatic. Well, today I've got for you guys 10 of the longest lasting men's fragrances. All of these today, extremely long lasting, but I'm gonna rank them from 10 to 1, with 10 being the least long lasting of really long lasting fragrances, and 1 being off my skin, the longest lasting. The longest lasting, not the longest fragrance. That would be weird.
It is such a drag having such a huge hog.
And I'm also gonna do a giveaway of this fragrance right here that I picked up for you guys, a Bleu de Chanel, which has absolutely nothing to do with long lasting necessarily. I mean, it's fine, but I just figured now is as good a time as any. We'll talk about that fragrance giveaway later though. All the fragrances that I talked to you about in today's video will be linked down below. And we will begin with number 10. A fragrance that, again, fantastic in terms of longevity. I think the thing that holds this one back a little bit at this point is the R word. And look, I gotta be careful with the R word because nowadays you can get canceled if you throw that around in the wrong place. You know what I'm talking about. Reformulation. That's the R word. You knew that. The scent, Bulgari, Man in Black. This is the victim of lots of reformulation chatter where people say, look, Man in Black back in the day, strong, powerful, long lasting. Nowadays, good, but not as great as it used to be. And this happens with lots and lots and lots and lots of fragrances. Look at Dior Fahrenheit, the original Fahrenheit, the original, people were like, massive performance, talking about the original release of the original fragrance. I realize I just said the original like multiple times and it just makes it sound like I'm about to have a stroke. But as time has gone on, Fahrenheit has been reformulated over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to the point that there are entire massive blog posts that are going over all the different reformulations that have happened and which ones are stronger, which ones are weaker. It becomes a whole rabbit hole. Man in Black is not quite that intense as far as the whole reform thing goes, but a lot of people out there have said that like it's just gotten kind of a little watered down. So while it will still get the job done of this bunch, it is unfortunately nowadays probably the weakest of the bunch. But that doesn't mean it's a weak scent, and the fragrance itself still smells really nice. It's a spice-forward fragrance that also has leather in there, tobacco, basically every masculine note that you can think of is shoehorned in there. Smells a bit similar to Spice Bomb by Viktor and Rolf, just with a Bulgari twist and more alcohol, yeah, the booze. But again, smells good, smells very nice for fall and winter time. Number 9, we are moving on to a Carolina Herrera fragrance, Bad Boy Extreme. So this one, again, really nice performance. Overall, it's gonna last a long time through the day, through the evening, projects very well. For some people, maybe not quite extreme enough to carry that flanker name, because it is one of those things where it's named Extreme, or like Ultimate Friggin' Intensity. I guess that's not an actual flanker name, but yeah, you get the idea. It has a name like that, so you automatically go into it expecting this better fill up a room, choke people out, cause puppies to cry, right? Look at that. That's a sad puppy. You sprayed too much, dude. But it's not quite that hellacious as far as performance goes. Again, though, it is really strong. It's put up against your average day-to-day scent, it's probably gonna swallow that one up. But up against these ones, 9th place. And to be fair, I actually really like Bad Boy Extreme. I think it's a lot better than it gets credit for, because a lot of Bad Boy fragrances will kind of get dumped on the second that they're released. But a lot of them are actually good, like really good, or at least pretty good. What's the difference between really good and pretty good? Like, if somebody says that's pretty good, well, that's really good. Like, how big of a gap is that? I'm not sure. Number 8, Eros Parfum. Now this one is a proven long-lasting scent off my skin. I got no qualms with Eros Parfum. It's a workhorse, it projects well, it lasts a long time. It's just when you kind of, you know, go out to everybody's opinion, it's not heralded as much of a room filler as a lot of the ones that are coming after it. So very long lasting, great performance, smells, to me, fantastic. Big compliment puller. Actually, of everything we're gonna talk about, one of the best. And Eros Parfum, I feel like, is kind of like the fragrance connoisseur's Eros, if that makes any sense. At least as much as Eros can be, right? It's a little higher quality. It's not as synthetic smelling. It doesn't have as much of that like bubble gum, like hyper minty sweetness in it. It just smells great. Again, fantastic. For a lot of people though, the Eau de Parfum probably gonna be the sweet spot so that you get higher quality than the Eau de Toilette, but it's not quite as buttoned up as the Parfum. So number 7, Azzaro, the most wanted Parfum. Another fragrance with solid projection, another workhorse type of scent for fall and winter time, day or evening, leaning a little bit more toward evening use. It is a beast compared to pretty much any normal designer fragrance out there. Like any average scent, especially if we're talking about like spring, summertime type fragrances, it will crush them. And you could make an argument that this one should be kind of like a couple spots above. Really 7, 6, 5, like these fragrances coming up in my mind, just kind of lumped together a little bit. And maybe even number 4 as well. Like 7, 6, 5, 4, just kind of like real close. And you know, one spray extra of one of these will put it above the other. So essentially what I'm saying is they're all really strong. Yeah. The most wanted and the most wanted Parfum, explosively successful for Azzaro. They're really popular, great selling scents. And they have that sort of, you know, sweet, but at the same time, cozy, sexy, like gourmand leaning type of scent profile that's extremely popular right now. As I just said they're popular, so yeah. And while the price on the most wanted and the most wanted Parfum at full retail has gone up since they came out, it's still a pretty good deal overall when you consider the compliment factor, the ease of use, the quality, and the performance. Now before we head to number 6, guys, I wanna give you the updated JOMASHOP codes. So as of July 1st of this year, they will be changing to the codes that you see on the screen. So do be aware of that. And the JOMASHOP codes only work within the JOMASHOP app. They do not work if you go directly through the website on your computer or your phone. And honestly, the app is essentially just a carbon copy of the website, but yeah. Then we got 15% off for the entirety of giftexpress.com, which is a great discounter. Codes for the perfume box, for Fragflex, for Twisted Lily, Max Aroma, and many more stores. So anytime you're shopping for a fragrance at any of those shops, use those codes to save yourself some money. Number 6, Paco Rabanne. Now, to be fair, there are a lot of Rabanne fragrances that you could go with. Because just about all of them are really strong. Like that is one of the hallmarks of Rabanne. Essentially, if you want to make a Rabanne fragrance, here's your recipe. Step 1, tacky bottle. The tackier, the better. Make it shiny, make it look crazy. The crazier, the better, essentially. That's what you want to go with. Step 2, the fragrance itself. Sweet, like really aggressively sweet. 90% of their fragrances are like right in that really sweet wheelhouse. Step 3, make it strong. Like as strong as you can possibly make it. Essentially, that's what you gotta do. Step 4, repeat steps 1 through 3. Like I'm trying to come up with one right now for Paco Rabanne. How about like a bottle that is like a disco ball. The light hits it, it reflects light in all directions. Maybe the top opens up like this and you spray it, kind of like a Zippo lighter, and they call it excessive. You know, tying it back in with excess. You remember those? Paco Rabanne Excess, Black Excess? Well, now there's excessive. The headline for the fragrance, too much is never enough. Okay, sidetracked, but the fragrance, 1 million Elixir. Extremely strong, potent, long-lasting, sweet with a lot of vanilla, actually tying it in with a bunch of fragrances nowadays that have a lot of vanilla. Yeah, that's kind of the thing right now. Sweet vanilla scents, that's very popular. It is a certified beast, as you would expect from the house of Rabanne. Big compliment puller, once again, good for spring, fall, winter, middle of summer. Actually, with any of these, I wouldn't go for them. Just a little bit much. But yeah, 1 million elixir, solid stuff, and it's one that has grown on me a good amount ever since it was released. We are now in the top 5. And number 5, Hugo Boss Bottled Elixir. Also Absolute. Yeah, can I just put both those over there? Yeah, there they are. Cool. I really enjoy Boss Bottled Elixir, and I feel like it's one of those scents that is more so known by people that are into fragrances, not as much by just your average person. But that's good for us because it smells killer. It has a little bit of a throwback styling to it. You know, it's woodsy, spicy, masculine. And the price on that one at discounters has dropped around the $60 range. So 60 bucks for something like this? Nice. Especially because the majority of things that we're talking about here today at discounters is higher than that. So this is one of those ones that's kind of right in the sweet spot. That being said, this one is not as sweet. So if you're looking for something that does have a big bunch of sweetness to it, Bottled Elixir, not gonna give you that. Number 4, Le Male Elixir. Yeah, elixirs. There's a lot of those. It became the hot thing to do, right? Come out with the fragrance, name it elixir, make it strong, make it more expensive. I don't like that last step, but that's what a lot of brands have done. They have drinking the elixir Kool-Aid. Drinking? That's not even a word. We've been out here drinking us some elixir, brother. Hey, heck yeah. Drinking. Le Male Elixir is strong. It lasts, it projects. Now, it's one of those ones that maybe some people don't immediately think of as like a really beast mode fragrance. And that's because part of the makeup of the scent is this like honeyed kind of richer, deeper sweetness that it has instead of this like aggressive punch in the face, like this really fizzy, jumpy opening or like a big blast of spice right off the top that assaults you. It doesn't really have that. And so a lot of people will spray this one on and be like, oh, that's nice. But they don't maybe immediately lump it in with some of these other stronger fragrances, even though it is a stronger fragrance. Easily cuts through the cold, exceptional longevity. To me, fantastic. It would be my choice. Like if I could pick just one Le Male fragrance, I think it would be that one, though, you know, it's pretty close with Le Male Le Parfum also. That one's really good. Top 3. Number 3 is a stronger with you. Absolutely. Now, a lot of people say Intensely. They would roll with Intensely, and that one is also very, very, very strong. It did get a slight tweak, slight reformulation here somewhat recently, but it still packs the performance. That said, between Intensely and Absolutely, I do prefer Absolutely, just as far as the scent profile itself is concerned, and also it's got big time performance as well. An absolute powerhouse. We're talking 12 plus hours in terms of longevity, great projection, fall, wintertime beast. It has that stronger with you DNA, that sweetness, but also this really nice rum note that's in there, which adds a little bit of an added complexity. And along with that rum, you also have the chestnut, the vanilla from the Stronger With You line in there, and absolutely just a massive compliment puller, massive attention grabber. And a big reason for that is it's so strong. Now we got 2 to go, but for now, let's talk about this Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. So obviously still sealed. This is a 50 ml size bottle, 1.7 ounces. And I'm giving this one away to one of you guys out there. So if you want to be entered in the giveaway, here are the rules. Like, channel, video, comment. Let me know in the comment what is your go-to long-lasting fragrance. It does not have to be one of the ones I'm talking to you about here today, just the one that you're enjoying here recently. I will pick a winner with random comment picker posted up on the post tab of the YouTube channel. And if you are the winner, hit me up, I will ship it out to you. Number 2, one of the go-to powerful fragrances, Spice Bomb Extreme. I know, it's like, we've heard about this one before, but for good reason. This one is a performance benchmark. Like it or not, it's one of those fragrances that is kind of held up as like, okay, performance. Does it match this? Can it compete with Spice Bomb Extreme. Tenacious longevity. A lot of people swear by it that it will last the entire day from morning to when you go to bed. Obviously, a lot of spice. It is, after all, named Spice Bomb, though it is, to me, a bit smoother than the original Spice Bomb. Has a really nice black vanilla note in there, which surely does not hurt. Fall, winter time, you cannot go wrong with Spice Bomb Extreme. One of the best performing fragrances out there, but only in second place. And that's because in first place, another elixir, you probably already know what it is just by me saying that. This one, Sauvage Elixir. For designer fragrances, this one is probably talked about as being extremely long lasting, more than just about anything else out there nowadays. Now sure, you could maybe cherry pick a couple things here and there that are stronger than it, or you could go with like some discontinued fragrances that are stronger than Sauvage Elixir. But if we're talking about something that is extremely popular, that sells very well, that people are going to immediately recognize, that has power like this one, it's kind of like playing on its own. And it's really funny too, because on occasion, you will see somebody say, well, you know, I bought Sauvage Elixir and to me, it's gone in 15 minutes. And I'm not discounting what other people have experienced, but I'm like, that is the polar opposite of what's happened with me. And anytime I've ever smelled it in public, it is like apocalyptically destructive. Like it will fill a room. People will be able to easily track you. You think I'm exaggerating? I am not. I've been in rooms or places before where I knew somebody had on Sauvage Elixir, where I walked in and I was like, somebody here, I can smell it. I know one of you has this on. And you could legitimately just be like a bloodhound and just be like, sniff, sniff, it's that dude. It's that dude right there. You sprayed on too much, man. I am 40 feet from you. I should not be smelling you right now. Slight exaggeration, maybe. Also happened in real life. Yes, just maybe it wasn't 40 feet. Or maybe it was, I don't know. How many is 40? I don't know, maybe it was. For most people though, Sauvage Elixir, the undisputed king, or close to that, because really with fragrances, nothing is undisputed, of scents that you can buy easily nowadays, designers that are extremely long lasting. So there we go, guys. There is the list, 10-1. Remember the giveaway if you want to be entered for that. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourself. See you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.